Welcome back. The U.S. continuing to look for ways to outpace China on critical mineral supplies. China has been tightening its grip on the global tungsten supply, quietly stockpiling from scrapyards across the country, across the United States. Cove capital is spearheading this fight against Beijing, recently finalizing a deal for majority ownership in a tungsten joint venture in Kazakhstan. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive is Cove Capital's executive chairman, Pini Althaus. Pini, thanks so much for being here this morning. Your company is also merging with Skyline Builders Group to supply non-Chinese tungsten to America and our allies. Explain the backdrop here. What tungsten is used for, why the U.S. needs to win this race against China.
Yeah, good morning, Maria. Thank you. The U.S. has not had tungsten production since 2015. China controls in excess of 80% of the tungsten supply chain. We have not had tungsten production, and to further exacerbate the issue, 2 weeks after President Trump took office last year, China enacted further export controls on tungsten. So when you think about it, our U.S. military, our industrial sector are completely reliant and have been completely reliant on China for decades. And now that the faucet has been turned off, we really have no assets to access this in the United States at the present time.
Yeah, this is all very important. And Pini, let's establish why this is so important. The U.S. military uses these minerals in all or nearly all American defense, munitions, artillery, high-tech weapon systems, helping our troops in Iran operations and against other adversaries, Pini. So the importance of tungsten and rare earth minerals at this moment should not be underestimated.
No, most definitely, Maria. And to make matters worse, the ongoing wars in Ukraine and Iran have further depleted the supply chain for tungsten. And with President Trump's recent call for an increase in munitions output, we need tungsten more than ever. And what we're seeing is that the demand globally has increased, the supply has been reduced, and even structurally within China, the supply of tungsten within China has some structural issues, and they are also feeling the effects of the squeeze on the tungsten supply chain. We've seen that in the recent price rise in tungsten. But this asset represents a very unique opportunity for the United States. It reportedly contains 20% of global tungsten reserves, and it's what we would call a generational asset. So essentially, this one project in Kazakhstan has the ability to supply the United States for tungsten for the next 50+ years.
Wow, that is a great point to make. You've been investing in this, and this deal in Kazakhstan is an example of that. So tell us how this is going to work, Pini, in terms of how much money you've put down and the investment you've made in terms of allocating capital toward tungsten production.
Yeah, so we've been in Kazakhstan since 2023. We've acquired 15 licenses containing lithium, niobium, beryllium, and we've also got a joint venture with the national mining company to develop the largest rare earth project in Kazakhstan called Akbulak. Work is underway there as well. We've put tens of millions of dollars into this thus far, and we've got a commitment to spend $1.1 billion to develop this tungsten project. As I mentioned, it is the largest tungsten project in the world. It's going to require capital, but by the same time, it's also one of the most economically viable projects. The economics of this mean that we don't need subsidies. We can access the capital markets. We are receiving support from the government as well in the form of $1.6 billion of letters of intent from Exim and DFC, which will further help us develop this project in a timely manner. And we are actually expediting the path toward production because we do have a squeeze in the United States for tungsten supply.
Yeah, absolutely. And the president has awoken corporate America to this need, particularly regarding minerals, Pini. This week, we spoke with Paul Hewitt, the head of America's Gold and Silver, and he was talking about how he's expanding production, not just of silver as an industrial commodity, but copper and antimony, among others. Here's what he told me this week. Watch.
We've got to start doing some of these things domestically. We can't rely on other countries. The geopolitical risks that are out there are real. We've seen year after year where we get cut off on some very critical metals. We're in the middle of war at the moment. We need munitions, ammunition. We need to be able to produce it ourselves domestically. We're planning on building a new facility right here domestically in Idaho so that we could produce antimony forever. We'll be able to produce copper, antimony, silver. All these things that are required in this infrastructure are very critical. Producing them domestically is a big win for Americans.
Pini, what about that in terms of domestic build-out? This deal with Kazakhstan is critical, but what can you tell us about an investment in production in America?
Yeah, I mean, Paul's quite right. We need to have domestic production of critical minerals. We've been relying on foreign countries and especially adversary countries for way too long. I mean, to think about it, it's quite ludicrous, right? Our military, let alone the industrial supply chain, but our military has become completely reliant on China for the last 3 to 4 decades. So we do need domestic production and whatever domestic production we can get. That being said, we do have a lack of various materials within the United States itself. So after founding USA Rare Earth and getting that company up and running, I noticed that we need to onshore materials from other countries, for example, tungsten in this case, where we simply don't have the deposits on US soil that could provide meaningful tungsten supply for many decades. So we looked at a number of countries. Kazakhstan is one of the most well-endowed countries globally. It's opened up its opportunity for Western companies to invest. It's reformed its mining code, its business environment, and I think we're going to see a lot of development within Kazakhstan by US companies, by other Western companies, and we seized on that opportunity quite early. We've been there since 2023, and it's really just the tip of the iceberg here. Kazakhstan is, as I mentioned, well endowed, and we plan to develop projects in Kazakhstan and elsewhere, and then eventually to onshore those materials in the United States. So we need a combination of both domestic production, but also onshoring material. And what the Trump administration has done is it's turned talk into action, and by creating sort of this public-private opportunity, it's enabled companies like us to work and develop projects like this on a global scale.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well said. You know, these are national security issues, and the president knew that from day one and has implemented his agenda around those national security issues. Pini, thank you. We'll be watching this development. I know Chevron is also in Kazakhstan as well. A very important moment. Thank you, Pini. Pini Althaus. We'll keep following the story. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
We'll take a break and come right back. Stay with us. You're watching Mornings with Maria live on Fox Business. Back in a minute.